Hey guys, my name's General Banks and welcome to a new thing that we're doing on the channel, and it's a podcast for film studies, film previews and things like that. We're going to talk about films for the month and talk about discussions going on in the news and things like Netflix online services. What our podcast will be today, we've got Jack Uploads here.
Hello.
So our major topic for this week is online streaming services, things like Netflix and Amazon. So we're going to first start about Netflix. And Jack, what do you really think about Netflix? What's your impressions?
My impressions of Netflix, I love it, if I'm honest. I think it really changed the way we think about entertainment as a whole when it comes to TV and film. I think like the diversity of like film and TV categories on there, all the different things you can watch.
Yeah,
I think
that's
really good. Like, there's some things on there that I never would have watched. Like, at the minute, I'm really into like Japanese films, things like that. Don't know why.
World cinema.
Just got into it. Yeah, world cinema.
Well,
and I think
the thing with
that's
Netflix.
great. It's pretty cheap as well, considering the amount of just the sheer volume you get. I think
How much is Netflix? Is it £7 or £6?
I think it's £7 or £8, but it might be going up. Pretty close to when we're making this podcast.
Yeah.
So don't quote me on that.
They have different bundles for different how many people you want to watch, 2 screen, 3 screen, 4 screen, HD, things like that.
Yeah.
And like you were saying about the world cinema, as you guys know, I did film studies at university, and we studied world cinema, and we did Bollywood, and that a lot of that is going on to Netflix, and that shows like a diverse range of stuff for people to watch, and it shows that it's not just for England people. It's not English programs going on English Netflix, Amazon, English like American programs going on American Netflix. It's a whole world of stuff. And like Jack said, watching Japanese films, and he's enjoying that.
Yeah, something you'd not be able to watch at a local cinema or just on TV in general. But you have access to it on Netflix.
Unless you like know Japanese stuff, then you wouldn't really.
You wouldn't think about it at all. Really.
You wouldn't even think about it. You wouldn't go out of your way to find it unless you really wanted to know about it.
And I think like most of it, if not all of it, is subtitled as well.
Yeah, when you're just on Amazon, you're just looking through, you just skimming through, and you find, oh, this looks got a good cover art, it's got a good description. Give it a watch.
Yeah, that's one thing. I don't have Amazon. Do you? I'm guessing you.
I have Amazon. Yeah, and I like Amazon. I think it's good. But going back to Netflix a minute, they've just going in the news. They've started to legalise for people sharing passwords for friends and family.
Yeah, I know a lot of people with Netflix, and a lot of people aren't really happy with this. I think it's fair, in my opinion, because people could easily exploit the Netflix system because one person pays so much for it, and then they could charge friends or they could charge people, say even just like half of what they paid. If they get all 3 profiles signed up for it, they're making a profit on Netflix, and it's not really fair to the streaming service or to the people making the films and TV. Really, it's piracy. Really, that is. It's illegal.
I get where you've come from, but I'm thinking more of a friends and family kind of stuff. Well, not even friends, like family kind of point.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, I get you. I think.
Say my cousin has it, and I wanted to watch a program on it, borrowing her password or using her Netflix account. It's family, really. And Netflix, if you listen, Netflix actually encourage it. Netflix say, even though this is happening,
I think
they
encourage it to an extent. It's like, when it gets past a certain point, it's hard to
an extent where you're going, I want money for this, for you using it, then yeah.
It's hard to see where the cut-off point is, really. Maybe it would have been better to leave it alone. I think I'm on the fence about it. I'm 50-50 with it, to be honest.
I don't think they should have legalised it. I think they should just let it how it is. It was fine. And I can't really see the police coming, knocking on your door going, you sharing somebody's Amazon password. I'm like, what? Prove it.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, that's something. I don't think police are gonna come knocking on my door. Like, you're borrowing somebody's Netflix password. Well, I'm not.
Yeah, well, we'll see how the story develops. I mean,
Yeah,
things might change.
Yeah, let's see. Maybe we'll talk about that later
Yeah.
on. But going to Amazon Prime,
I
have
no,
this.
I don't know too much about Amazon Prime.
But it's a good. I think they started to create a lot more original programs on it, original series, original films.
Same with Netflix then.
Yeah, same with Netflix. But they started to branch out a lot more. They started to get a lot more customers.
Yeah,
I think it is because it's linked with Amazon Prime, like one day shipping. They've brought this in, and people have started to realize it.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think it might be cheaper than Netflix.
How much is Amazon Prime?
I think. Well, they don't really base it monthly. It's like £79 a year. But then you get a lot of other stuff included.
Yeah, if you took advantage of everything, you.
Yeah, like you get one day shipping and online music and stuff like that.
Then yeah, it might work out more worth your money.
Yeah, because of that, there's not loads and loads on Amazon Prime compared to Netflix.
Yeah,
but there is quite few. Like I started watching a new program called Mr. Robot, and I don't know if that was an original, but I think it was in the USA, but it's a really good program, and they've made a season 2. What's Amazon original?
Yeah.
And that's the thing with these programs, like the new Top Gear's coming on Amazon, and that's the thing. Is it which one are you better off? Are you better having Netflix or Amazon or both if you can afford it?
If you can afford it, then I would say go for both. Like you have money. What's money there for? It's money's there to be spent, to be enjoyed.
Yeah.
I mean, and you and me, we're both big filmies. We like our TV, like our film. If we had the money for it, we'd probably get both.
I think if I do like here's money for both of them, I would get
definitely.
both.
Yeah. I think
it's not that they challenge what they want to put on each one. They contest into.
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
like, should we put it on Netflix? So, and with Netflix right now, the trending thing is like superheroes.
Yeah.
So they started to create a lot of original programs like Daredevil.
Unfortunately for us at the minute, neither of us can really say which has better exclusives. Because neither of us has either of them.
I can't say which has better exclusive. We don't have both of them.
At the minute, I'm watching this thing called Marco Polo. It's about the explorer.
Oh, I've heard, yeah.
And it's really good. It's got Benedict Wong in it. You might remember him from our film studies days at college.
Yeah. Yep.
He's a great actor. He plays the Khan of China. And
oh, okay.
He's really good in it. Everyone's really good in it, and it's like I've started to describe it as the Chinese Game of Thrones. It's very it's very much like Game of Thrones, but it's strange because I didn't really enjoy it too much. Game of Thrones.
I've not seen Game of Thrones. People tell me to watch it, and I watched the first 5 minutes. And I couldn't get into it.
Everyone says to me, "Oh, you have to wait till like season 3 and then it gets good." I've got to like season 4 and then was like, I'm bored. So I give it a good chance.
It doesn't. Yeah, that's all it was though through our college. It was like, watch Game of Thrones, Game of Thrones, Game of Thrones. This is the major.
But that's another thing. I don't know if it's like this on Amazon, but Netflix has a different library to the American Netflix because of licensing and things like that.
Yes, it's same. They have
the same, yeah, because like the American Netflix said to be much better than the UK one because it has Walking Dead.
I don't know if Amazon is better. Like I don't know. I think they just have different programs.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I've not heard too much about the American Amazon.
Yeah, going to original stuff. Going back to the original like series and films and that coming on. There was my friend has Netflix and she showed us a comedian called Bo Burnham. I don't know if you heard of him.
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Have you seen his stuff?
No, I haven't.
He's a really funny, like controversial guy, and I find his stuff really funny. If you've not seen him, I would recommend that you go and search for him on YouTube. He's got a YouTube channel. He doesn't really post on that much, but he's got all his songs on there. He's got his second comedian show was on there. It's called What, and you can probably search for the other ones. But I found him through my friend watching Netflix, and his first show's on Amazon, and I watched that, and I really do enjoy stuff. And like I was saying, that's because it's a Netflix original. You wouldn't find it. Well, yeah, a Netflix original. You wouldn't find that sound stuff. I would have found him just by searching comedians Well, I probably would, but after hours and hours, just searching random stuff, like going through categories on Amazon, like comedy, just going through there, and you're like, oh, this looks
I
good.
find a lot of
going
comedians on
through-
Netflix that I
Yeah.
watch.
It's not like you find like new people, and you're like, oh, never
Yeah.
heard of these. What are these?
It's a similar kind of aspect with like Spotify for music,
Yeah.
but not really our
Um,
our area of expertise. No,
No, we're not musicians. Well, Jack plays the guitar, but
cheap pop.
we won't get into
No, we
that.
won't get into that. No.
Yeah, going to own series though. What about YouTube?
Oh, well, we're a bit biased, but yeah, I think YouTube's a
I like
great
watching
thing, yeah.
YouTube. I will be biased. I try not to be, but I do like watching YouTube.
I
a
think
lot.
it's definitely a great way for people to make original content and to kind of
Yeah.
say, look, I had this idea. Get it seen.
Things like this podcast. This is going on YouTube, and I would have no other way of putting this out unless buying a domain website and putting it on there. It's a lot. It's a good way to get a lot of original content out, but for free.
Yeah.
And I know you might think, oh, but who watches YouTube? And a lot of people do.
People do,
You're like,
yeah.
Who's gonna watch my channel? Who's gonna watch my channel? It's all about just waiting. You gotta post stuff regularly, or daily, depending on what you do.
Yeah.
Post a different variant
And-
stuff. And people are gonna stumble across your
Yeah, and
channel.
you've got to give like the big YouTubers, big stars, got to give them credit. Think how
Yeah.
hard they work.
Yeah,
They work
yeah.
all the time.
Like in the news now, like the PewDiePie scandal thing, what went on with Warner
Yeah.
Bros. He weren't in the wrong, but because he's the biggest YouTuber, everybody's just using him for
Yeah.
clickbait.
So
He's the biggest YouTuber, and everybody just gives him hate for anything he
yeah,
does.
he will.
It's like, oh, he's
he'll
just
never
about
be-
money. He's
he'll
just
never
about
be
this.
right to everybody. It's like being the president or being a prime minister. You can't.
Yeah,
You'll never please everyone.
you can't win. Basically,
Yeah.
you can't win. People will like you, but you won't get everybody to
definitely.
like you. And that's all it is. He's got a lot of haters.
Yeah.
Especially if you watch his videos,
It's
you
not
know.
just him. It's other YouTubers as well. It's just
Yeah, it's a lot of other YouTubers.
easiest to go to use him as an example
Yeah.
because of how big he is and how
Yeah.
much hate he gets.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. You start off small on YouTube, like my channel's only got like 25
I've
subscribers.
only got 9.
But Jack
Help me out,
Jack
help me out,
needs
guys.
the subscribers.
I need to catch up to John.
Yeah, but that's the thing. People go, "Oh, you're just doing this for the money. Are you doing this for this?" It's not.
Me and
I would
Jordan
say
enjoy film. I'm not sure about Jordan and his overall aspirations for life.
I'm not doing
But,
it for me. I enjoy
um,
film.
I want to be in the film industry when I'm older, and that's all about creating
Mhm.
content because you enjoy entertaining people.
Well, same. I want to do the same as Jack. Like be in the film industry. I don't know what doing.
No, yeah.
But be in there.
Both of us would
And
probably take anything
that's the
that's
thing.
given to us in that industry.
Yeah. Suddenly, when you have to give coffee to this director, I'm like,
Yes. Do it for free.
I'm in there.
Yeah.
I've got links, and that's the thing. It's all about having links. And if you create content on YouTube, like I do film studies right now, like I said, and the way we show our films is not by editing it and then showing it to our teacher on an SD card. You upload it to
Yeah.
YouTube, and that's because they can see it.
Anyone can
Anybody
see
else can see it, and you never know. They might just link it to a director, a small time
A
director.
small time director might see it and
And-
think, this guy's got
Yeah,
talent.
this guy's got talent. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like stuff like that, and now with YouTube Red, that's coming to it.
Yeah, YouTube Red is a
Yeah.
bit
People-
more unused at the minute,
big
but
time.
I think it definitely has potential to.
Yeah. It
Explode.
does have potential. Yeah, like Scare PewDiePie.
That was the first
um,
big one, wasn't it?
the-
Really.
Yeah, that was a big one. It was like we're doing YouTube Red.
I probably would have
Linking
watched it a
straight
bit
to
more. I
PewDiePie.
didn't realise I had to pay for it at first. It was a bit ignorant of me. I didn't really keep up to it, but
I did watch it.
I
I
would've-
enjoyed it.
I'm definitely considering going to pay for them because don't hate me for this. I like PewDiePie's content.
Okay.
I've liked it for
Same.
a long time now.
Don't hate me. I've liked.
I think he's actually really funny, and he's become more self-aware as time goes on, and it just gets funnier.
Yeah, I I think I'm liking his new content a lot more,
Yeah.
especially when he's like doing stuff and he's like, oh yeah, I'm doing it for the YouTube monies, and he's just
Yeah, and it's
making
just
jokes and sarcasm into stuff that he's been
it's
called
just
for.
the stupid stuff now. It's gone beyond hating him. He realizes this now.
Yeah,
Yeah, he does produce good content, and the free one or the trailers and stuff like that were put out. I thought they looked really good, so I might go and check them out.
so like I said, but we can't, because we're in the UK, we can't really subscribe to it now because it's not out.
Oh yeah,
in the
you're
UK.
right. Yeah.
It's not out, but you can buy episode per episode. And I did watch it, like all the series, and it was a really good series, high produced. And that's the thing about it. That's why they wanted to do it.
That's why they had to charge for
YouTube
it. 'Cause
is-
it was
Yeah, YouTubers who have ideas, things to do. You can't expect them to create lots of free content.
something
It
that
does
was
cost
created
money.
to that extent with that kind of high production value. It needs some immediate, some grossing, something that's going to come in straight away to reimburse the wallet.
It's like any film having a budget. You need that budget, and you need to know that you'll be able to get it back.
You can't just constantly
think about
rely
the
on
film-
sponsors and things like that on the side of your video.
Yeah. Or like AdSense and stuff like that.
Which is why I've turned off.
People
And
might like
I'm
it.
proud of this for YouTube, and
Yeah.
unfortunately for only YouTube, I've turned off ad block on my internet on Google Chrome. Yeah.
Same.
Yes,
I
Jordan.
haven't got it. I watch all ads. It's just support
Yeah.
the YouTubers. If you like them, you're
It's
gonna
like
support them.
30 seconds at the most.
Yeah, 30 seconds.
Sometimes you can skip it as well, so it's like, what? Why not?
Yeah. Sometimes it gets annoying when you watch the same ad over and over
That's
and
the
over
only
again.
issue I have. If you're gonna make me
Yeah.
watch adverts, give me different
Same.
adverts.
Yeah. If you're gonna make
Yeah.
me watch this. put
Anyway,
something else on, but-
maybe not.
Anyway, yeah. Moving on. The question is TV dying because of these online services? So things like Netflix and Amazon. Is TV people watching less Sky, Virgin, and things that they're creating compared to Netflix, Amazon, and YouTube?
Oh, it's a tough question. I think 5 years ago, no, it is not. Today,
5 years ago, Netflix and Amazon would be right at the bottom
Yeah.
compared to Sky. Just use Sky as an example.
Sky. Today, like, people still use Sky, and I use Virgin.
Yeah,
to
I still use Sky
record
for watch telly,
anything.
but
I use it to watch sports.
yeah, I use it to watch
Yeah,
Russell Howard.
you just use it for Russell Howard. Only
And
Russell
Family
Howard.
Guy.
Russell Howard's keeping TV going.
No,
Um,
no, and Family Guy and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
Comedy Central is probably one of my most watched TV channels because of Impractical Jokers. If they were on Netflix,
Oh, I've seen that.
TV would slowly fade away in my house, I think. But
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't think it's going anywhere. No,
Do you not
I think
think-
enough people still watch
I-
TV.
Plenty of people still watch it, but I think it's gonna start to fade out.
I think it would be
soon.
very slow if
Think-
it does.
Yeah, it wouldn't be immediate like the next day you wake up and everybody's.
I think it's going to be
population still
more
watching it.
than a decade before TV is gone.
I was thinking it's gonna slow down because of things like the Amazon Prime.
Oh yeah, the Amazon Prime stick. Forgot about that.
That you'd be able to get these plug them in straight
Yeah,
into your TV. You the straight access to Amazon, Netflix.
Yeah,
things
you're
like
right.
that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, it wouldn't be a sudden impact.
No, I think
on
it'd be very slow.
It'd be
I think
very,
something
very
will come
slow.
out between now and when TV's gone that will focus on sports. Something like Netflix,
yeah.
some streaming service, but it'll have a lot more
just-
sports on it.
Just constant sport.
Sport
Because
focused.
that's the other thing with these Amazon and Netflix.
They don't have sports,
any
yeah,
sport
because of
premises.
like contracts and licensing and things like that. It'd be very hard for
Yeah,
them.
but there'll be
But I think
something
yeah,
for that.
eventually.
But saying that, the sports do have their own stuff. Like
Yeah.
I'm going to like the only sports I really watch, like football. I don't even really watch football. Like WWE have the WWE
Oh yeah.
network.
I'm actually
I know that's
I'm
like,
actually subscribed
controversy.
to the network.
See. I know it's like controversy of when, but it's actually.
Oh yeah, I
Mm,
suppose
yeah.
you could say that, but I think they're all athletes, and I think
But
you have to be pretty fit to
yeah,
do anything
Do
in
stuff like
WWE, and I consider it a sport.
Yeah, and things like NBA, they have their own thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
think they
subscribed.
do.
I don't watch it, but they have their own.
I think ESPN
So,
might be
so
getting
we think-
some kind of thing. I'm not too sure. We're English. We don't
Yeah,
really
yeah.
do ESPN.
No, but that's more of an
Yeah.
American thing.
But I can definitely see
Um,
someone creating something. If not, there's a gap in the market, and someone can use that idea. I don't mind someone else.
Yeah, Jack, this
Oh,
is
is
our
that
next
my idea
idea.
then? Okay,
Get on
nice.
this.
No one can use that.
You won't see us in 2 years. We'll be too
Yeah.
busy the sports network.
We'll come up with a good name for it as well.
No. Yeah. But yeah, going to is TV dying? Do you think film's going to start to die?
No,
People start going to
no.
the
I
cinema.
think we touched on this in college. I think a few times, and
Yeah.
I think when I was there,
We
I
both
may
said
have
no.
said a few things like, "Yeah, it probably will," but I don't think it will, because people still appreciate the cinema, and I was like reassured
still
about
do.
this when I went to see Batman vs Superman, and I went to see it midnight release,
Okay.
and usually when you go to the cinema now, it's not anywhere near full, but for this,
No.
it was full, and I mean full. I mean every seat was filled.
Well, I went watching Star Wars, and that was on like a Tuesday or something like that. I don't know. It was just a random day like that. I think it was Was it Boxing Day? No, it wasn't Boxing Day. It was like a couple of days after that. But I went watching it twice. On Boxing Day, it was like barely empty. Nobody there. But we watched 2 days after, and every seat was
Yeah,
full.
it's kind of unpredictable.
It depends
I
what
think
film
so,
it is
yeah.
as well. Like the new Star Wars that are coming out. There's a new one coming out in December.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Is it? Rogue One, and that's going to be a major impact because of everybody
Yeah,
who's a
anyone
fan.
that has like that liked Star Wars at any point will go and see the new Star Wars
Yeah.
films. Yeah, any dads will take
Yeah.
their sons to go and watch Star Wars.
Yeah, but like, oh, we watched
Yeah,
this when we were
That's
younger.
that's how
should
we
look
got
at
into
it.
film, and yeah,
That's how generation works.
that's how I got into film. I think I was like 5, and my dad was
Yeah,
like,
but-
"Right, we're gonna watch Alien," and I'm like, "Okay, what's this about?" It's about an alien, and then I'm scarred for life.
It's about an alien.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember how I got into film. I think I was how did it? Oh, that was it. My mum got me like load of videos. And I started, don't concentrate, I was like 3 or 4, and I started watching Scooby-Doo, right? And
Scooby-Doo's always been classic. Yeah,
classic Scooby-Doo. And I watched them on videos, and then it evolved from there.
it does. It
And
evolves, and then if you
just
take
evolved.
to it,
You're just like,
if
oh,
you take
this,
to it,
and
you
then
can't
you
really
just-
describe it. Someone else,
No, you can't say, oh, this is how I got into film, and this is how it's going to
no,
be for you.
no, it
It's different for everybody.
Yeah.
But people downloading things
Oh,
like films, like from the
like
cinema.
piracy, or
This is my major point. Yeah, piracy.
Piracy.
That's why I think it's going to downgrade a bit. This is why it's downgrading a lot. Is people are going on to, I don't know, pirated websites, wherever, and downloading all the latest
Yeah.
films.
I think we have a shared opinion on this one. It's not good.
Yeah.
I've never done it,
It's just
and I never will,
Yeah,
because
same.
it's the industry I want to go into.
no.
So
Yeah, and it's breaking
Yeah.
it's breaking it.
it
It's a lot of money.
it costs more
But-
money than you
but-
think it's gonna.
Yeah, you might think, oh, but it's only like £7 for a cinema ticket. It's not for
Yeah.
them. It's a lot of money through the actors, through the purchasing, through the props, through the line. But we'll touch on that on another subject.
Another time
of
we'll
the
talk
podcast.
about prices and things like that.
Yes. But going on to now for our last subject, films of the month for you, Jack. Film you've seen in the month. This is a
This one,
topic that we're going to do at end of.
it wasn't long ago. It was, well, 3 days ago. I went to see Legend of
Okay.
Tarzan, the new one. It's
The
just
new
come
one,
up.
remake.
Thing I didn't realise about this film, and
Okay.
I had to work it out for myself, and it took longer than I'd like to admit. It's actually about the events after the Disney film. I thought it was a remake.
Oh, okay.
It's not.
I've seen Tarzan, but I can't remember.
Yeah, it's about after that. and it's got Samuel L. Jackson in it.
Okay.
I didn't see him, but apparently he's in it. Yeah.
Apparently, that's the thing. You go for a
I was
cast.
like,
or
no,
something,
he just showed
how's
up
he in
halfway
it?
through, and I'm like, well, not halfway. He was right in the beginning, but I was like,
Oh,
hi Sam, how are
he's
you?
like, oh, it's that guy. He's here.
And yeah, I don't usually like Samuel L. Jackson. That's another controversial point, but he was good in this.
Do you know?
Not really, no. It's the same as Quentin Tarantino. Don't like him. Yeah,
Ah, okay.
that's
Well,
definitely
well,
another
that's
time. We don't have time for that.
Yeah, actors and directors.
I could go on for days, but
You
yeah,
go on for
well,
days about anything.
he doesn't
Anything
really
you
play his usual self. In this, he's a lot more intellectual and a lot more witty and different in this film. I think it's a good side of Samuel L. Jackson that I'd like to see more of. We probably will see more of it as he gets older, to be honest. It's
Yeah.
a good side of it though. Everyone else is good in it. Margaret Robbie was stunning as usual, and in all kinds of ways. And I'm very sorry to say I can't remember who played Tarzan. Shameful, but but he was incredible.
Jack.
Um,
Oh, okay.
Everyone was in it. I can't remember a bad performance. And it was
Okay, so,
definitely a new way of seeing Tarzan. Like, I always thought Tarzan was colourful, happy, nice films of the Disney film.
so is it
It's
a kind of a dark
definitely
film?
darker than you think it's going to be. I don't want to spoil anything, but it's definitely worth a watch. Oh, Christoph Waltz, he's the other one in it. He's the reason I wanted to see it.
Ah, okay.
And he again,
Okay.
he's an impeccable bad guy in it. Absolutely incredible.
Ah, okay.
Definitely worth a watch.
So out of 10,
Out of 10, like
what
overall,
would you rate it? Overall film, out of 10.
I'm always pretty generous with these things, especially after just seeing them at the cinema. So I'm
Okay.
going to try and go onto the more conservative side. And this is conservative, so you can take from it what you will. I'm going to say 7 out of 10. Yeah. Because-
Seven. Okay,
I know a lot of
still
people
good
think,
score.
no, it was really bad and all this, but
Well, it depends.
Yeah,
that's the
that's
same
true.
with any film.
That's
Oh,
true.
it's really bad.
What about
it's
you?
amazing,
What's
best
your
film
film?
ever. My film of the month is Now
yes,
You
I
See
want
Me
to see
Too.
this as well.
It's a good film, and if you've seen the first one, you know what it's about. But it's basically 4 magicians called the 4 Horsemen who get together, and they perform magic tricks to help the public. So think of like Robin Hood kind of style. And I don't really want to spoil it, but I don't really spoil it. But the first one's out, and it's they rob money from people and give it to other people and perform magician tricks to like disillusion the audience of the scene to rather steal something or get away with something or
It's a very clever plot.
things like that. Yeah, it's a very you have to have a keen eye. Although it tells you what happens, you probably will be able to work it out, but you're very astonished when something happens like that, and you're like, oh, what?
Yeah.
What's going on? And it's a film that makes you think about.
does.
It keeps you an active audience. Yeah, it's not a film that keeps you passive and like sit back and relax.
Transformers.
oh.
Them film burns.
Oh. Okay, we'll talk about that later on, Jack. But yeah, the second one is good as well. It's not the same plot. It's nothing like that. It's mostly the same people in it. Well, yeah, I think it's got mostly the same people. A couple of new people added into it. But they're the magicians, and it carries on from the first film. So if you've not seen the first one, and you're going to watch the second one, I recommend you watch the first one first. You probably won't understand most of the film. But yeah, it's got people like Jesse Eisenberg in it, and I think he's a really good actor.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know
Yeah,
what
I
you
think
think
he
about
is. He's really good. I think, especially earlier on in his career, I think he's very underrated. That's how good he was.
Yeah, Woody Harrelson.
One of my favourite actors
Woody Harrelson.
of all time.
Yeah, Zombieland. And them two have made quite like a couple of
They
films
have
together.
actually,
Just
yeah, they have.
Eisenberg and Woody
I think
Harrelson.
they make quite a good pairing because they're completely
And,
different to each other.
Yeah, I think they do. I think they do as well. And Daniel Radcliffe, I think he's one of the
Great
main selling
actor.
points of this film.
I hope
he's a good
he
actor.
kind of
Harry Potter.
not ditches Harry Potter, but I hope he gets away from it and manages to do new things.
Well, I think
Yeah.
that's what he started
Seems
to
to have
do.
taken on a lot of projects.
People have
quickly.
like, yeah. Well, I think that's the thing. When you make a serious project, like, you're like, well done, you've made a lot of money from this, but you need to now find a way
Yeah,
of getting
yeah.
away from it.
Um,
It's like Miley Cyrus. Like,
Yeah.
let's say we don't know music, but she did. Was it Hannah Montana?
I watched Hannah Montana. I don't even care.
Yeah, the program. She did Hannah Montana, and now she's trying
Yeah.
to break away from
And
that.
it just kind of they
And I
go
think
into it as an extreme. And
it went into control.
whatever.
Yeah.
Can't really talk about
Well, yeah, I would rate the film. I would rate it a 7 out of 10 as well. Very excellent film to watch. Very good plot
that. Did you watch it again?
and some good acting and actors.
Good,
I
man.
would watch it again. Yeah, I've seen the first one a couple of times. So I hope you guys enjoy this podcast. It's been one of the first ones. It's this pilot to see how it went, and it went alright. So don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and comment. Go and check out
Please do.
Jack Upload channel. We've been doing a lot of collabs recently,
We will, yeah.
golf with friends and things like that. And these are gonna what would you say every Monday?
I think every Monday is a good idea. Especially for the
Every
foreseeable
Monday?
future. Yeah. We don't have anything coming up, so
Yeah. So no. So don't keep an eye out for them.
goodbye.
And see ya.